Don't explain anything. Tell them I don't answer questions. Your only defense is I don't answer questions.
Are you gonna give me your license?
I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking with your supervisor.
Step out of the car.
You can't touch my property.
Step out of the car.
Instruction, don't put your hands on me. I promise you.
Stop.
You're gonna pull your taser for what?
Aloha friends, I'm still looking for presenters for this YouTube channel. If you're interested, all the info is under the community tab. As is tradition, please support me with a like and a comment, and let's get started.
We need some mighty protection.
What?
We need some mighty protection.
For what?
I don't know.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Bigelow. My badge number is 2185. Why are you kicking their vehicles? What are you doing?
I'm just checking the tires, man.
Why?
Why not? Is that against the law?
Well, why
It's not. It's because they're our tires. I'm just checking
They're
them.
your tires?
Yeah, we pay for them.
Okay.
Don't be misinformed. And if you want to create an argument or a problem, call your supervisor.
Okay. So, what?
There's no problem. They're writing us a citation and they're getting the hell on. You didn't answer my question, sir. What's your name and badge number?
I already told you my name and badge.
I didn't hear it. Can you tell me again?
Yeah, I'm Officer Bigelow. It's 2185.
2185. Thank you, Mr. Bigelow.
As always, you can watch the full version, but in short, this auditor helps his elderly neighbor who has housing problems. At some point, a cop comes along who thinks he can scare everyone.
Now, do you understand that I can do that to the tires?
We're having
A simple yes or no. I'm talking to them.
Go away.
That I won't do, and you can't make me. I promise you.
Stop talking. We're talking.
I promise you, you can't make me stop talking. I'll talk if I want. If you want to be interference,
interfering with our
I'm going to tell you what I told them. Interference is an obstruction. Don't put your hands on me. I promise you.
better stop.
You're going to pull your taser for what? For what?
away.
No, you don't
You
scare
are
me or
obstructing.
intimidate.
You're interfering
Listen,
with our discussion with him.
I dare you to shoot me.
Okay. You are interfering with our discussion.
Interference
right
is
now,
a
so
physical
stop.
thing. Am I being physical? Yeah, that's right. Put it back up, bitch. Yeah.
What?
What? Put it back up, bitch. You're being like a bitch, bro. You don't come here with authority and act like you can do something when we're not doing anything.
All right. What do we need to do?
There you go.
We're issuing him some notices.
And that's it.
When these cops went on the call, they probably thought they could put psychological pressure on the elderly man. But thanks to auditors like these cops stayed toned down.
Go ahead. Issue the notice.
Yeah, right, and get on. Like I said, we don't need you.
Okay.
Kick rocks. Ain't no problem.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah. Keep me out of the way. Tell me to shut up
Do
again.
you have some ID?
No, that was his driver's license number, idiot. And here's another thing, too.
William D. What?
Hey, ask me for mine, asshole.
What is your name?
Nothing you can do. Learn the law, bro. And if I want to put my foot on the tires to test them, I can, right? Yes?
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, it's not against the law. Trust me, I know the law, bro.
The next situation happened when a citizen saw cops harassing a woman. He immediately started filming, and this is what happened.
What's going on here, guys? You don't have to tell them nothing, guys.
Eric, if you interfere, you're gonna get arrested.
Dude, I'm not interfering. Dude, I got free speech. You can't tell me where I can go. You can't go. You can't give me directives. Hey, what's that other cop's name?
Have a good night, Eric.
What's the other cop's name with the small balls? Because I'm trying to put his name on my civil suit. You could have joined it. Just put your fucking torture cuffs on me, buddy. You're lucky I have business in there, because I'd be standing here watching you guys make sure you weren't violating our rights. Because that's what you guys do. Don't let them search you. You don't have to. Don't let them in your vehicle. Don't allow them to do anything. So, curious guys, how are you gonna have an emergency situation not have your lights on to indicate so? This is called freedom of the press. You guys will get used to it. This is what holds you guys accountable.
Eric, back up.
You can't tell me where to go, man. You can't give me directives.
Handcuffs.
Put me in torture cuffs. I'll sue you too.
This is another situation where cops tell us what to do, but are afraid to even introduce themselves. Of course, introducing themselves isn't hitting a woman.
Yeah, just find out how Boa feels about it. Hey, what's your name, man? What's your name and badge number? You guys are failing to identify. What's your name and badge numbers? You guys can't fail to identify. What's your name and badge numbers? You guys can't fail to identify. It's all right. I'll talk to you Elaine Wang in the morning. Tell her you guys failed to identify. That's your policy. You guys have to identify yourselves. What's your name and badge number? That's policy. What's your name and badge number? That's all right. It's going on YouTube anyway. You gonna identify yourself, sir? That's part of your policy. Identify yourself, or I'm sending this to Elaine Wang in the morning. You're gonna get a write-up too. You must identify yourself.
Eric,
You're a public servant. You're a public servant. You know what, dude? There's no public safety here.
Back up.
You can't give me directives.
Back up.
No one's impeding.
Back up.
You can't give me directives. Don't touch me. Don't ever touch me again. Either one of you. You guys can't give me directives.
I'm glad there are guys like him who are willing to help somehow, and I hope these cops are found, because in 10 minutes of video they never dare to introduce themselves. Also, it's their duty.
There's no danger here. I have no weapons, not armed, not dangerous. You guys need to learn your policies. Don't explain anything. Tell them I don't answer questions. Your only defense is I don't answer questions. You're gonna find out though if he was. What was your name? What was your name? You forgot to tell me your name. You forgot to identify. What's your name? See you later, guys. See ya. Start leaving people the fuck alone. Get out of here. No one wants you. Leave people alone.
Okay guys, the next video is going to be long, but we have a lot to discuss. Let's get started.
Okay. Is that
You have a license with you?
is that a reason to stop me though?
Yeah, it's a detention.
It's a what?
Violation. It's a detention.
A detention?
Yes, it's an infraction to have tinted windows.
Infraction. Okay, but so I'm not operating in commerce.
You're what?
I'm not operating in commerce. I don't drive. I'm not using my vehicle for commercial use. So it's well, it's the law.
What's the law?
The law is that if I'm operating in commerce, then you can pull me over for these infractions and stop me, but I'm not, and this is a private property. I'm technically not a driver. I'm a traveler. This is not considered a motor vehicle because it's my private property.
You have a license with you?
I don't have to answer that.
You don't have to answer that?
No.
You have to identify yourself?
I don't. If you can't tell me a crime that I've committed.
I did.
As you can guess, this situation will be ambiguous, and I need the opinion of those who are more knowledgeable about the law than I am.
That's not a crime. There's no injured party. There's no.
What's that?
There's no crime, so it's no injured party.
It's an infraction. You're detained for that.
I'm detained for an infraction.
Yeah, it's for tinted windows.
Tinted windows is not a crime. There's no. There's
26708 of the California Vehicle
codes, statutes, and city ordinance are not law.
Listen, sir.
No, you listen. I'd like to speak to your supervisor then. If you don't know the law, I can show you.
Stop you for tinted windows.
I can show you the law where it says that I'm not bound to your statutes, codes, and ordinances.
Why is that?
Because I'm not operating in commerce and I'm not a federal government employee.
You're what?
I'm not a federal government employee and I'm not operating in commerce. Correct.
What does operating in commerce mean?
That means I'm using my vehicle for hire. I'm not.
You're using your vehicle for
I am not using my vehicle for hire. That is operating in commerce.
I don't know where you're going with this. I stopped you for tinted windows. That's it.
Understood, but
Okay?
I don't.
And I need your ID so I can give you a citation.
But that's not a valid
That's not a
reason.
valid reason?
No.
If I understand correctly, then the right to travel applies to crossing state lines into other states. You still have to obey local and state laws on how you travel.
It's not.
Because a crime is committing. There has to be a living injured party. Basically, I've had to have hurt somebody physically or financially with malicious intent for a crime to be present.
That's not how
An infraction is not a crime.
infraction is a detention, which I'm detaining you. I'm not
An
saying
infraction
you're
is not a detain. You're falsely detaining me right now.
falsely detaining you.
Yes, falsely,
How?
because you don't have the jurisdiction to pull me over.
I don't have the jurisdiction to pull you over?
No,
How's that?
because. Would you tell him to stop touching my property, please?
What's that?
He's
What is he doing?
he's shining. He's touching my window, and his hands are all over my car. But I can show you. I can show you the law book.
License, registration, and insurance.
I do not have to show you that,
You
sir.
don't have to show me that?
No. Can you call a supervisor? Can I get your name and badge number?
Ortega, 2980.
2980 Ortega. Okay. Can I get your supervisor?
It wasn't until the third minute that the cop was able to introduce himself. Also before that they had already started touching and examining the car.
Yeah, I can call my supervisor.
Please.
But I need you to identify yourself.
I'll do that with your supervisor.
Why is that?
Because you're
gonna tell you the exact same thing I'm telling you.
Well, if he doesn't know the law, I can show you the law, but you probably won't want to see it. I have the Black's Law Dictionary with me.
Yeah,
The Black's Law Dictionary.
The Black's Law Dictionary?
Yeah, do you know what that is? You don't know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's the definitions in the English language that the courts use.
Okay.
Because the English language that you and I know is not technically what.
Listen, I stopped you for your tinted windows, okay?
No,
An infraction.
that's not okay though, because it's not your job
okay?
to go, no, it's not your job to do that. Your job is
job to do that?
No, because you're not upholding the Constitution. That is your job.
That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Sir, listen, I just need your ID so I can identify who you are and give you a citation.
I cannot furnish my ID for
You
you.
don't give me your ID?
No.
I wonder how that cop noticed that tinted windows when it was pitch black outside.
Potentially be taken to jail.
Potentially be taken to jail, and that will be an unlawful arrest.
How is that? 148 the penal code.
I just told you,
Delaying
codes.
my investigation.
Codes is like the lowest form of codes is the lowest form.
I can't hear you.
Codes and statutes and ordinance are trumped by the Constitution. The supreme law of the land is the Constitution. I have a right to travel. It's unalienable.
You do have the right to travel. I'm
Right.
not saying you don't.
But you are impeding my travel with your codes that do not pertain to me. They pertain to you.
Pertain to you
Because I just told you, I'm not a government employee
because you're not a government employee.
and I'm not using my vehicle for hire.
That's supervisor.
It is clearly stated in law, and I can show you. I have the law book with me. And it's not that I don't want. I mean, I get hassled by you guys all the time.
I've
All
never
the time.
seen you before.
I don't know who's right here, but they could have looked at a particular law together, and one of them could have been convinced that they were right.
I've never seen you either, but San Dimas sheriffs have hassled me. For bullshit, really. It's for things that I'm not doing wrong. I'm not hurting anybody.
No one said you're hurting anybody.
Okay.
I'm stopping you for an infraction.
You're talking about this tint on this window?
Yeah.
That's like the most minor thing. That's not a crime, sir.
It's not a crime, but it's an infraction. It's a reason to stop and detain you for that.
It's really not though. It's not. No, because if,
It's coming.
huh?
My supervisor's en route.
Okay.
He's going to ask you to identify yourself as well.
Well, I'm gonna show him the law then.
Okay.
And
that's fine.
and I would like to get my dictionary out of the back of my car.
Here's my supervisor, okay?
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, sir. I've been better.
Okay.
So I'm recording this, by the way, just for my
we have our
protection.
body cams on as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so your officer here pulls me over for tinted windows.
In most cases, when the supervisor arrives, the driver is quickly released, but today will be a slightly different case.
I'm telling him it's not a crime, okay? There's two reasons that I can be pulled over, and that would be A, you have a warrant for my arrest, and that is signed by a judge with the affidavit and application, and you'd have to have that in hand physically. Number two, if you have a
Honestly, it's hard to hear you out here.
Oh, okay.
So either if you could just speak a little louder.
Sorry.
or-
Okay, so there's two reasons that you can pull me over, okay? Number one, you would have to have a warrant for my arrest, which would be have to sign by a judge with the affidavit and application in hand with my name on it, okay? You're asking for my ID, so you don't have that, obviously. Number two, you would have to have an articulable, reasonable suspicion that I've committed a crime.
Right.
Right. Thank you. And this is not a crime because there's no injured party, there's no physical or financial damage, no malicious intent done. So this is an infraction.
Violation of California penal
Codes,
vehicle code.
okay, codes, statutes, and ordinances
You can correct me, but I think the driver is wrong now.
are not pertaining to those not operating in commerce or I'm not a federal government employee and I don't operate in commerce. Therefore, I'm not in your jurisdiction. It's a private property, private vehicle. It is not.
You are in our jurisdiction.
Not if I'm not operating in commerce under your codes. Your codes don't pertain to me. If I'm in,
They do
I'm.
pertain to you.
Not the private common law citizen. No, they don't. I can prove that. But they're trumped by the Constitution. That's
If you're in California,
that's not true.
The vehicle code applies to you.
No, only if I'm operating in commerce or if I work for the government.
Okay, so you're in California, you're operating a motor vehicle.
This is not a motor vehicle. This is my private property. It is not a motor vehicle because
It is a motor vehicle.
because it's not being used for commerce. Commerce? I'm sorry?
Are you on a roadway?
That's a public roadway and I have the right to use it. It's the right to travel. It's unalienable.
But when you're on this public roadway, okay,
Public.
then you have to abide by the public laws.
Laws, yes, but your codes are not law.
I think both parties are wrong in this situation. The driver thinks he's not subject to California law, and the officer decides to interrogate him without any reason.
Your codes and statutes and ordinances are trumped by state, federal, then the supreme law of the land.
Vehicle codes and penal codes. They're
Correct.
codes,
Codes,
right?
which they apply only to those.
Abide by.
They only apply to those operating in commerce.
Here's the thing, sir.
I can
I'm not
prove
gonna
it.
sit here and argue this with you,
I know, but
okay?
you're not going to
My
commit
officer
treason
here-
against my rights,
My
though.
officer here is legally detained you.
He has not legally
For a
detained me.
violation of California-
That is not true.
California law.
I told him I do not. You're mislabeling me. I'm not operating in commerce.
So he's going to issue you a ticket.
But that's not
So-
fair.
Well, that's what he's going to do. So now you have two things you can do. You can either give him your license so he can issue you a ticket and you can be on your way, or you go to jail with us.
That's not law, sir.
That's
You're.
the way
Can
it
I
is.
get your badge number and name, please?
I don't write the laws. I don't.
I understand, and you don't know them
All I do
either.
is enforce them.
Do you know what the Black's Law Dictionary is,
Okay.
sir?
Look, sir, I'm not going to sit here.
So why don't you want to answer my questions? You work for me.
I think in such situations it's easier to show your ID than to be arrested late at night.
I don't work for you. I don't work for you. You work for me.
Hey, listen.
Oh, I have to yell because of this.
All right.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. Either give him your identification.
Okay. You're gonna give me your badge number and your
You
name.
can have all that. I promise.
Okay. What is it?
Okay.
Can you tell me?
Rasmussen,
Ras-
badge number 2600.
2600 Rasmussen.
Okay. So either give me your license.
Okay.
So we can issue your ticket, send you on your way.
Uh huh.
Or we'll have to take you to jail because you're not identifying yourself. And you're prolonging our investigation.
I'm not prolonging an investigation. You guys have criminally pulled me
Now
over.
you're in violation of Penal Code 148.
There's no code, sir. There's no code pertaining to me. You guys should know what law applies to who. Those codes apply to you, not to
Give me
me.
your identification. or-
Time out. Can you listen to me for a second? Because these are my rights being infringed. You guys are two people committing treason. You know what the punishment for treason is?
I asked you many. Okay.
I know what you've asked me, but you are not understanding me.
I need your license, registration, and
Stop.
insurance, so I can give you a citation.
I understand that many people are probably on the side of the police now, but they so often violate our rights that even when we meet a normal cop, we don't want to give him our ID. I can understand this guy.
I need to explain myself to your supervisor, and I'll get back with you. But I have a Black's. Do you know what a Black's Law Dictionary is? Do you know what the law, the legal words they use in court?
Look,
You've been to court, right?
yeah, I've been to court many times.
So you know
Okay?
about
But
the Black's Law.
What are we doing here?
I'm trying to prove to you that you're wrong, and I want to show
You're
you.
trying to prove me that we can't make any traffic stops out here.
I didn't say
unless
any.
we know somebody has a warrant. That sounds ridiculous.
Or I gave you two reasons, not just the
Okay?
one.
So somebody's driving around and they're running red lights.
Correct.
Okay.
Who's
And
the
they're
injured
good-
party?
They're good to go.
Who's the injured party?
They're good to go, right?
Sir, who's the injured party? If I'm being punished for a crime, I have the right to face my accuser,
Hold on.
living.
If you're running red lights, we don't have any right to pull you over.
Me personally, I don't do that, but
Tell me, yes or no?
no,
No. So you can just run red.
I don't do that.
Put everyone in danger.
No, I don't
and
do
that's
that.
totally fine.
I don't do that.
I think this cop gave a good example to the driver, and the logic of the cops is clear to me.
But technically, where there's no injured party,
Somebody has to be injured for it to be a crime.
physically or financially, and I would have to have done it with malicious intent, malice. And if not, then I'm not under.
Are you gonna identify yourself, sir?
It sounds ridiculous, man.
I know what it sounds like to you guys, but you guys actually work
So
for.
you can go around here shooting guns off.
No.
Nobody gets injured.
No,
Nobody gets injured.
that's not what I'm saying. Shooting guns is different because your bullets
Why is
are
that different?
because the bullet is going to hurt somebody,
How do you know that?
or it's going to hurt somebody's
Until
property.
there's an injured party. Same with running a red
Yes.
light. Nobody's injured yet, but the reason you can't run red lights is so nobody gets injured.
But your codes,
That's why.
they don't apply to me.
But we're past this, okay?
How are we
Either
past
give
this?
your license
I
or go
can't.
to jail. That's your two options.
That's not.
And I
That's
don't have
treason.
the right to sit here and
Well, but why won't you? Why?
Listen, are you gonna give me your license?
I'm talking to your supervisor,
I'm talking
please.
to you.
I'm talking to your supervisor. Okay,
he's
you've
not-
called him down here. Let me talk to your supervisor.
I think giving your license is a good idea. Anyone who watches my video knows how cops know how to break windows.
Are you gonna give me your license?
I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking with your supervisor. Come on, dude.
I'm gonna have you step out. Okay?
Can I show
I'm
you?
gonna have you step out of the car.
You can't touch my property.
Step out of the car.
You cannot touch my property.
You're gonna step out of the car. Okay? Past that point. Step out of the car.
I'm gonna give you my license under duress.
Step out of the car.
Under duress.
under duress, you're giving your license.
Okay. Can you have him stand down because he's violating my rights?
Look, just give him your license.
I will. Like I said, under arrest.
That's it.
Under arrest. Under duress.
Fine, that's fine. Give him your stuff.
Here we go again. I don't want to go to jail because I've done nothing wrong. I have not committed any crime. And you know, I've lost my job from the COVID shit and not wearing a mask because I don't want to deprive myself of oxygen. And since then, I've had my rights violated by you guys.
Filming the cops and going to court is the best idea, and I encourage everyone to do this kind of conflict resolution.
And you are committing treason, and I'm going to have to file a claim if, you know, this is terrible. This is terrible.
You can go ahead and file a complaint.
And I am a commercial driver when I'm on the clock, but I don't have a job right now. So your ticket's gonna, you know, I'm gonna.
Can I have your insurance?
I don't have it on me, I don't think.
You don't have insurance?
I have,
your registration?
I don't know. No, I don't. I don't lawfully have to have it.
You don't lawfully have to have
No, sir.
Okay.
No, it's not that you can't see it. What's covered with stickers? Oh, the VIN. You guys won't look at it anyway, so, I mean, I guess, I don't know what you want me to do. My vehicle is my private property.
You got your registration, sir?
By the way, I don't know if it's necessary to show registration in another state. I think you can advise me on this issue.
I don't know. I didn't pay the registration because by law I don't have to because I'm not. I wish you guys would know the laws. It's in the.
You know the law, sir.
You don't. It's in the Constitution. Under the right.
Specifically is in the Constitution.
The right to travel, sir, in my private property, and I'm not operating my vehicle in commerce.
Public highway, sir.
For the public, right? And I have the right.
You have the registration, sir?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can look for it. Yes, I live out of my car. This is my home. I'm homeless.
Okay, so because you don't have license plates on your cars, how can I identify what vehicle
I don't.
belongs to? What if it's stolen? How do I know that?
It's not stolen. It's mine because it's my private property. A registration isn't going to tell you if it's stolen.
If you registered it with the DMV, it'll tell us who it
Well, I don't have to register with the DMV, is what I'm
So
saying.
if you're going to drive it on a public highway.
That's not true. The public highways are for everyone to use, and it can be even a stagecoach on a public highway. I can show you that.
A lot of people will probably laugh at this guy, but personally, I'm glad he wasn't arrested and that his car is still intact.
If you guys would just read the law, I have the book right here. I have the Black's Law Dictionary right here to define everything.
We need to identify this vehicle as well, too, right?
Why is that? This is my private property.
You're on a public highway.
I just told you. That's not the law. The law, your codes, the codes, statutes, and ordinances only apply to those operating in commerce. I don't know how many times I got to say it. That's the truth. Look it up. Oh my God, I've read it several times.
You read it?
Yeah, and there's even case law.
Google?
No, I don't use Google. That's not fact checking. It's federal case law. If you look up Rodriguez versus Ray Donovan, it clearly states it in the case law. It's federal. That's federal case law.
What does it say?
It states that a motor vehicle is someone who is using their vehicle to transport passengers or cargo, and that is
Do you have your registration on you?
on me. I'll have to look for it. I live out of my car. This is my house.
Friends, the situation is unusual and I would be interested to read your comments. As you know, I read absolutely all comments. You can check.
I understand that this is your house, but I need your registration.
I don't...
And then your VIN's covered here.
Yeah, because I don't want you guys to steal my vehicle, my house.
No one's gonna steal your vehicle or house.
If you guys... But you guys don't...
Your registration on you?
You don't know the law, though. And you won't let me show you.
Past that point.
We are not past that point because I don't consent to this. You need my consent. You need my consent to do this. You guys are...
I don't need your consent.
Sir, you need my consent. This is bullshit. You guys, you're making my life terrible over tinted windows. Come on.
No license, you have no license plate.
Big deal. I don't have to have a license plate. This is all just little infractions. I'm broke. I have no money.
Hey, I'm sorry, okay?
I mean,
I need registration.
I was told if I gave you my license, you were going to write me a ticket and I was free to go. Now that changes. Now you need more. Now you need more. A what?
Thanks for watching. I think there were very hot and interesting videos today. I will be grateful to you for your support, for subscribing, for your every like and every comment. Videos are released every day, so click on the bell to not miss. See you tomorrow.